I just realized ocean. I don't. It's okay though. YouTube is downscaling it. I'm on my 14. Bit rate's way too high. I have Rika. Anna. Where? I have Rika. Oh, I only have Chunibo Ren. Oh no, there's Chunibo. Actually, 90% of my Chunibo gifts are Echo More. I have more Summer though. Maggie. Kind of annoying. It's what she does though. I don't know why I made these. Drop this one. It's the least painful one. Let's read chat for now. I got 22 minutes. Starts. Check people's guesses here. On high school, college, shuffle. Foggy, brilliant park, Chunibo season. I don't know if that would, like, how would they even do that? We kind of got everything resolution. Lucky Star, 20th anniversary next year. Kidding. Man, can you imagine a Lucky Star movie? They could get a movie. Three Dragons, a big guess. Of course, people are talking about Haruhi. I don't know if that'll happen. City the End. I don't know how much of City was adapted. I never actually finished. Actually, well, see, this particular thing is. It says 2027 Roadshow. So, it generally means, well, it does mean theater production. Probably not a TV. Likely be a. That said, They in particular. Actually, the 12-year anniversary of the volume of Yoshi's Dragon Maid. I don't think we're gonna get a second movie though. That would be kind of much. Yoka, Japanese people. Bum, bum. Also, I heard some gunfire. I don't know what's going on. But it stopped, so. I tried checking social media, I couldn't. My back. Absolutely not. Not my chat, but the the Kyoani chat keeps. It's a YouTube issue. I changed tabs. It just. Left my dude. That amount of time. Let's see. Love Twitter. Can't even fucking read the comments. Oh, like 17 replies, but none of. Kind of crazy. Oh, you know what? Sparks of Tomorrow as Goku. Sparks of Tomorrow next month, isn't it? My microphone is not picking up on today. It's not picking me up. Keeps cutting out. OBS updated. Am I quieter than usual? I don't think I am. OBS code. My gate's the same as ever what. No, all my settings are the same. Am I talking quieter than I usually do? I don't remember. How do I talk? Hi, Trippy. Hi, Super. What the fuck? I said hi, Super Nerd, like 7 times just now. What is going on? It's as if my open threshold is not as high as it usually. I don't know if did I nudge something on accident at some point? I don't think I was ever near there. It seems like my gain's not as good as it usually. I don't fucking know. I turned it up a bit. I think that's the only thing I could think of is I must have hit the gain knob when I was muting, because it's like right next to the mute button, which makes sense because it's audio. I'm probably a little bit louder now because I just turned it up quite a bit. But yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Motherfucker. Well, now I'm like whispering and it gets picked up, so it's definitely too high now. Yeah, I don't know. Testing. Do. Bum 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 bum. Testing. I don't know. We'll see how. Maybe it's good now. Maybe I was just talking quietly. To begin with, OBS really needs to change their UI for their. People have been talking about this recently on social media, but if you've ever used OBS, you'll know the audio meter. It's green, yellow, and then red, and they're always all like, "Don't go into the red," but the red is like. Well, on the default setting, it's different. For me, it's actually right on 0. But if you use the default settings, with the simple peak, then the red. Do I have to hit apply? Yeah, so now the red is like -6 to 0. But it's fine to get to -6. The problem is if you get to above 0, like as long as you're under 0, it's fine. You'll peak if you get to 0 though. Anyway, you should just use the true peak meter anyway, because that way you can see everything. I have a limiter. My limiter is, what is it, -2 decibel? So hopefully I never peak, because that's supposed to stop it from ever going above -2. Which in theory should mean that I can't go above 0. because I can't go above -2. I from my own testing forever ago, this is years ago, I was on my old microphone, my old interface, everything. Technically it was my old PC, but like when I went to -1 it would peak, so I didn't trust that. All right, I got 10 minutes. And I'm reading some more social media on this though. It's like people, I feel like people are like a little bit of a delusion about what's even realistic for what Kyoani can announce. Is like there's people who are like, oh, it's gonna be new Haruhi movie. I'm like, you know, we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Haruhi right now, but like Kyoto Animation has not tweeted a single thing about Haruhi, and you'd think they would have done that for the anniversary if they were planning something. On the other hand, there is one major thing that people are pointing to as a sign, and that's Yuko Goto, the voice of Mikuru, finally created a Twitter account yesterday. It's like people are like, that's interesting timing. I don't think it means anything, but you never know. She's actually in a lot of their anime though. It's not just Haruhi. She's also Madoka's mom in Madoka, which I didn't even recognize her, honestly, the first time. Oh my god, my storage is kind of low. OBS tells you that. It tells you your storage. That's like 344 gigabytes. I'm like, what the fuck? And I got a bunch of VODs I need to delete. Not even mine. There's like a VTuber. It's been like 4 years since she graduated already. Way longer than she was even active. But I archived a bunch of her songs. And it's like 100 and something gigabytes worth. My original plan was to send or to upload them on another account, but I never got around to it. Time travel to give birth to a magical girl. He could be friends with Homura. Someone says Natsuki movie and Naoko Yamada announcing that she is back. The thing with Yamada, right now, she's been working for Science Saru, right? And I haven't really liked her stuff there, to be honest. She's one of my favorite directors. She did K-On! She directed K-On! I want to say Tamako Market. And I'm pretty sure she worked on Euphonium, at least the first 2 seasons. And Liz and the Bluebird is like my favorite movie ever. Talent voice. Like, she did a lot of Kyoani's best works, honestly. But since then, ever since she left Kyoani, she did Modern Love Tokyo. She did episode 7, which is an animated episode of a live action TV show. She did the Heike story a few years ago for Science Saru, which is not bad. I just didn't care for it too much. Wait, was that Science Saru? Yeah, it was. And then there was that movie, The Colors Within. It was in theaters here last year. I think it was a 2024 movie in Japan, though. But I never got around to watching that because whenever I asked people if it was any good, I got a bunch of religious nutbags going at me. Bro, like, this movie is a gift from God, and then they started preaching about God and Jesus, because apparently there's like, I guess it takes place in like a Catholic school, and there's some religious themes, which is fine, but it attracted a very strange audience in America, at least. So I could never get like an honest opinion on the movie itself, because the only people that replied were the religious nutbags. Free, we can get free anyway. I think Yamada's working on something else right now anyway, so I don't think she's gonna come back to Kyoani. At least not anytime soon. You never know though. That would be a surprise if we got like a new Tamako. Tamako Love Story is actually one of the greatest movies ever made, and it's weird that like nobody knows this. Like, it's seriously super good. I watched it really late too. Let's see, it came out in 2014. I want to say I watched it like 2019, 2018, 2017. I don't know. I watched it pretty late. 2019, December 31st. Yeah, so I was about 5 years late, which is not as late as I thought it was, because considering most anime now I'm really far behind on. But Tamako Love Story was seriously one of the best anime ever. I remember I was watching a bunch of anime that day. Actually, I was watching a bunch of Kyoani anime that New Year's Day, or New Year's Eve rather. And that movie, when I finished it, I was just all like, what the fuck? How come no one ever told me this movie was so good? Because it was legit one of the best movies of the decade. But even looking back at the Tamako Market itself, like, people haven't really watched that. Like, if we just look at Tamako Market on my anime list, which is the best thing we have for gauging relative popularity, it's only got 400,000 members, where if it's like a member on my anime list is someone who has it on a list of any kind, so that's planned to watch, watched, dropped, like anything at all. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Yeah, so I was right about the members thing, and then popularity is based off, is only categorizing people who have actually rated it. So anyway, it's got 463,000 members, and if we go to like a newer anime, like, let's look at Yomi no Sugai, which is currently airing. Like, there's only 6 episodes of this, and it's already at almost 200,000, 161,000. Let's see what else we got. Atelier, Atelier, Hungary, 268,000. I'm hearing like a loud buzzing noise all of a sudden. Yeah, so like these new anime are almost as popular as Tamako Market, which was like fucking 20 years ago almost. It's 13 years ago. I'm heavily rounding. Oh, chat's really picking up because we're getting ready. Time to mute the music. All right. You're gonna have to like watch the stream yourself. I could probably show it. Oh, that's loud as fuck. But I'm not gonna be able to do audio. Oh my god, is this in fucking 4K? No, it's in a weird aspect ratio though. Let me see if it's bugged. I'm gonna reload. No, it's legitimately in a weird aspect ratio. God damn it, this is gonna be a Netflix cooperation. No, it's just theaters. Wait, why is it like 18 seconds? What the fuck? They're already starting. Is that it? Is that the whole video? I'm gonna laugh so hard if that was the whole video. Oh. That was it. It was like 12 seconds. Okay. We missed the whole thing. You know, I'm just gonna play the audio because it's like, whatever. Umiko Chino? I want to make a film. Aichi Ishidate. Where's the subtitles? The credits roll into the sea. Okay, that's it. That was exciting. Okay, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I'm sure Kyoani's already posted about it. That's hilarious how short that was, though. Okay, let's see. Let me go Google what this is so we can understand this. So it is Umi ga Hashiro Endoro. That was not an error. It's credits roll into the sea. Is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by John Tarachine. Am I reading that right, or is that like an English name? John Tarachine? I don't know. Wait, it's a Japanese manga series illustrated by John. Okay, that's a pen name, that's why. Oh boy, this is a 2020 manga. Umiko Chino, a 65-year-old widow, has no noteworthy hobbies to speak of. When her VCR stopped, hell yeah, I love VCRs. Umiko decides to pay a visit to the cinema, like once she did with her husband on their first date. However, instead of focusing on the movie, her gaze is fixed upon the audience. and on one young-looking person in particular. After the credits roll, the mysterious person introduces themselves to Umiko as Kai Hamauchi, a male college student majoring in film. Umiko asks him to fix her VCR, and Kai obliges. Yet, before Kai leaves, he asks Umiko a question that changes the course of her life. Would she like to make a movie with him? That's super exciting, actually. They already changed the title of the video to The End Roll of the Sea. That's exciting. The manga sounds pretty. It's about making a film. By July 2025, the series had over 1 million copies in circulation. About an old lady making film. The manga, I'm looking at the cover art. Yeah, she looks old. I was thinking like 65-year-old Japanese woman. She's probably gonna look like she's 40, but no, this lady looks old. Oh, 5-star Kyoku Kanagi Izumi arrives. Oh, sorry, I was on Twitter and they got a new Monica post. Damn, she's hot. Is she like an idol? All right, Kyoto Animation, I know you're tweeting. They got a new account. And Umi Endrol movie. Yeah, I don't think I saw anyone guess this. Someone's complaining already. Someone's bitching. It's like, was there any point in premiering a one-off thing like this? It just built up too much hype, right? Fuck you. It's a movie. Like, I don't know. Am I crazy for being excited? I do think it's a little silly to do a premiere that's 30 seconds long, but I think it's exciting nonetheless. Who the hell's Chi? And I like all the staff involved. It's Kyoto Animation. Like, I know, I have faith in that they know what they're fucking doing. Hi, Connie. What is this called? English title. The credits roll into the sea. That's really the title they're going with. Now I'm thinking about that anime from a few years back called End Roll, which was about a hero. A hero. Oh, this actually just ended. this manga. It ended November 6th. It was about 5 years, 9 volumes. So they might do a full adaptation then in this movie, though it'd be kind of hard to do 9 volumes into one movie. I mean, I don't know how short these chapters are, though. There's 42 chapters. For 42 chapters. Let me check. I'll just check to see how long these chapters are. We can find out. That's crazy how I've never heard of this until now. Chapter 1s are usually not your best bet. Sometimes they're longer than usual. Let's just do a random chapter 8. See how many pages is this. Oh, these are quite long. That's 31 pages. Wait, how many? We have another one we can compare it to. Is Silent Voice manga. Koi no Katachi. Koi no Katachi. Manga. I'm trying to search the manga, you fuck. Apparently I never finished. I'm 3 chapters away from the end. When did I read this? Let's see what it says. 2014. Oh my god, it's been 12 years since I never finished this. I read all. Actually, I read all of it pretty much at once too. It was all one day, August 14th, 2014. I got all the way up to chapter 47, and then I think I caught up for a while with the scans, and then on November 18th, I read all the way up to 61. Yeah, because it ended November 19th, and so that was like right when the final chapter came out, and I just never read the last three. And I can't remember if the movie was announced at that point. It might have been. But anyway, this is about just as long as Umi, as the new movie. Actually, Koi no Katachi's longer. It's 64 chapters. Umi's only 42. It's got more volumes, though, which is weird. So they could definitely do one movie for the whole story if they cut out a lot of the unnecessary parts, you could say. That must be really exciting for the mangaka, having finished his story after 5 years of working hard, and then being and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, Kyoto Animation is gonna make an anime movie based on your manga. I don't think there's anyone in the world that would refuse that. Actually, hold on, let me check their Twitter. That there was a, it looked like a message. Let's see who that's from. It could be, sometimes it's like from the director, sometimes it's from the author. Let's see. Yeah, this is from the author, to coincide with the release of the final volume. So the final chapter must have come out in November, and I guess the final volume's coming out now. The final volume's coming out in July. So that doesn't really line up or coincide as, anyway. See what it says. It's been decided that it will be made into an animated film by Kyoto Animation. It feels like a dream. If I told my younger self, was a student, and enjoyed watching Kyoto Animation's works, I don't think he would have believed me. Have you had a chance to see the teaser video? It's deeply moving to see Umiko herself projected onto the screen she's always dreamed of. Thank you for your support. I feel like maybe I should not read the manga. I should just wait for the... It's coming out next year, so... Well, for us, that would probably be fucking 2028, but... I'm pretty excited. Yeah, the my anime list page for the manga is just one guy. Like, this was not super popular in America, at least. I don't know if they'd ever got an official release. I hope we get some new information on Ruri Dragon. Because honestly, the manga, I was reading the manga for that after Kyoani announced the anime. Back in December, I started reading the manga for Ruri Dragon. And honestly, it's been kind of mid. Like it's at least the beginning of it. What chapter am I on? I'm on chapter 22. I read 22. I'm on chapter 23, and it's been kind of boring. Like I haven't read a chapter in a while now. It's so far it's been kind of boring. There's been a couple good chapters, but for the most part, it's like it kind of feels like it's been dragging, kind of like I'm doing right now, because I'm too lazy to end the stream, even though there's nothing really to talk about. But yeah, it's I don't really see the hype in this manga, but like I know Kyoto Animation, they're really good at making kind of boring manga into amazing anime. Because I've read K-On, guys. I've read the entire manga of K-On. It's one of the few manga I've actually finished from start to end. I've even read K-On's College. I don't think I read Shuffle. I may have not even known about Shuffle. K-On Shuffle. I did not reach. Yeah, Shuffle was 2018. That was way later. I read. I read all of K-On, and yet it's not on my anime list for some reason. I guess I never added it. Yeah, that's weird. It's not very long though. It's only like 57 chapters. So it's if it was Ruri Dragon, I'd already be half done. But yeah, K-On, pretty short. I read the K-On College, which is also is not on my anime. I guess I was kind of slacking on my manga list. K-On College was even shorter. It was at 14 chapters. Not even a year. No, it was barely a year long, which it was published, and it was not that great. Like without the music and the voice acting and the animation, like Kyoto animation really elevated the series of K-On. Like it's just not the same at all without all that, without everything. It's not a bad manga. It's just not the same. Wait, is K-On Shuffle still going? Is K-On Shuffle ongoing still? That's crazy. Anyway, so that's exciting. What was I talking about? Oops. indeed. Connie's got boobs. I was trying to see like the reactions are online for this, but it's been kind of hard. Like the West, I guess. Like I guess probably just read it, but like I said, like basically nobody's read this manga apparently, according to my anime list, which is the most popular website for this kind of shit in the West in English. It's like I said, it's literally one guy. All right, two guys. Most of it's one guy posted the chapters. He made the threads. His name's Tamer 2002. He made all the threads for every chapter except chapter 42, which is by another guy who was sad that it ended. But none of these threads have a single reply on them except for chapter 4 for some reason. But yeah, it's all like the same few, just like 3 people, 2 people, 2, 3 people. Not a very popular manga in the West, so there's probably not a ton of hype for this movie, but sounds interesting to me. It does have some reviews though. You know, not everyone writes comments. There's 3 reviews, all positive. All right, that's exciting. Can't wait to watch that in 2-3 years. What else do I have to do today? I do all my dailies. Did Modicum and Blue Archive on my phone today. I did a lot of Stella Sora today because I got trying to catch up on the story before the next banner. Because I guess the next girl's in the story quite a bit. I did all my dailies already. I do gotta hop back on ZZZ. Oh, you know what? I haven't done anything in Enfield today. I kind of don't feel like it though, guys. I don't really give a shit about that game too much. Like, I got Roshi and she's cool. She's cute. And then I got that what I thought was a dragon girl, but apparently she's a Kirin. And she just destroys everything like 3 times faster than Roshi. So it's like, why the fuck does this other girl even exist? Like, it doesn't seem like the game has like elemental weaknesses. Maybe they do. I don't know. But all the content that I need to farm for combat, it's like there's no point in her. I just use this Kirin girl. She just zaps everything. I have like no motivation to complete the story in that game either. To continue the story, it's tiring. You know what? I'm tired. I had like 3 hours of sleep after going to the Renaissance fair the other day. Yesterday, got like 3 hours of sleep this morning. I've been pretty tired. I was trying to sleep on the couch earlier. It didn't work out too well. At least my microphone's picking me up now. I don't know what that was because my settings are exactly the same as they were. Like I turned it up a bit and then I turned it back down and it's fine now. I don't know. It was weird. I'm just gonna blame OBS for that. Anyway, I guess that's that. 30 seconds of excitement. Very exciting. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Connie. You know, Epic and some other video game companies have announced that they're dipping into AI more, even for illustrative things. Meanwhile, they're laying off a bunch of people. And I would like someone to tell me, what is the exact mindset here? Because first of all, their excuse is rising development costs for video games, right? But then you look and you see how much money these fuckers are making. The example I use is Genshin Impact. But not MiHoYo, just Genshin. Just one game. It costs them about $200 million a year to make Genshin. Which you're like, wow, that's expensive. And it's honestly kind of bullshit. I don't think it's actually that high. That's just the number I found. I think that's like at peak. Maybe like at launch, that was what it cost for the first section. I don't know. But let's just say, even for argument's sake, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt and assume it's $200 million per year. But Genshin takes in over $1 billion a year. So like $800 million in profit. And they're complaining about rising development costs. When you're making $800 million in profit, you should be fine for life. Like, there's no amount of time could possibly pass in which that would be bad for you. We're not talking about income. We're talking about profit. Because like if they were making $800 million in income and it was costing them $900 million to make it per year, they would be losing money. But that's nowhere near the case. This is $800 million in profit per year. There's no reason for them to fire people for fucking AI. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's an invalid excuse. Oh, right, rising development costs. And they're not the only one. It's like, it's all these companies, every single one of them, they keep laying people off. Oh, rising development costs. While they're also bragging about making record profits every year. It's like, you can't say things are too expensive while you're making record profits. It doesn't make sense. And then, you know, normal people here, you and me, we're making the same amount of fucking money that we've been making for the last 10 years while inflation's skyrocketing. Everything costs way more, and yet we're not making any more money. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. And then these companies are so short-sighted that they can't think about like what's happening in the future. Because think for a second, like, with the way things are going, memory prices are skyrocketing, which in turn has increased hard drive prices and GPU prices, solid state prices, router prices, because they have memory in them. Everything's got memory. TVs, almost everything that exists in the world today has memory. And the more these companies use AI, the more it gets invested into. So all these video game companies in particular, using AI, they're encouraging its existence. They're justifying it, because now these AI companies can be like, oh yeah, you know, all these companies are using our product. Come invest in us more. Do they not see what's going to happen if they continue? If we continue to allow AI to exist in the way that it does, like it's. I will admit that it's probably never going to go away, even if it's made illegal, which won't happen with the way the greed is. But even if they outlaw it, it'll still exist. Because I mean, everything still exists, whether it's on the dark web or not. But if they keep allowing it to exist the way that it is and allowing it to grow, what's going to happen is the price of consumer hardware is going to keep going up and up until no one can actually afford it. And at that point, companies making memory, just like Micron has already done, they're just going to stop selling to consumers, and they're going to switch all their sales to AI. They're going to be like, you know what? No one can afford video cards anymore. No one can afford hard drives or game consoles. Let's like not even bother. We're just going to make AI shit. Who's going to be playing these video games? Because no one's going to be able to have a computer or a console. Probably not going to be able to afford phones at that point. Because even phones are going to be too expensive with their memory. Like, normal people are going to be like living in the fucking 80s. While all the rich are jerking each other off with AI or something. I don't know what they're going to do. Like, there's not going to be a point to much of anything. It's not even just video games and computers, but like, we're not going to have much of anything. And it like the whole economy, like the world will literally collapse at that point because everything is based around computers now. And even like small business, not like small businesses, but like regular ass businesses. Like Walmart, they're not even gonna be able to get fucking cash registers. Those use memory. Those are computers. It's gonna fuck over everybody. Makes no sense. Like they're just really not thinking more than 2 feet ahead of time. 2 minutes ahead of time. Is she a breaker? What is she? I just don't get it. Like, do they? How can they really not think more than a few minutes ahead? It's so short sighted that I'm just awestruck. I really just can't believe it. One thing I will say about the Madoka game, though, Madoka etc. Completely change the topic here, but I've said it before too. It's like, oops. All the issues aside, actually, why did that unmute? Just because I clicked pause. All the many issues aside that I've complained about it, which honestly, it's just the gacha. Everything else about it's a fine game. Like, I enjoy doing the stories. I enjoy. Well, I wish they had more voice acting, honestly, because most of the stories are not voiced, just kind of lame. But the Live2Ds are nice. But the fucking animations and combat are just fucking awesome. Like, I wouldn't say they're like MiHoYo level, like fucking Star Rail, because it is, the combat is based on, you know, they inspired by Star Rail, clearly. Like, I don't think they're on par with that. But the game also does not use, like, it uses so little power that my fans don't even turn on my GPU. It's like 40 watts or something, even when the spells are being cast. Like, it's such a lightweight game. It does have a 60 FPS cap though, which I wish I could get rid of that, but watching the cutscenes are like the skill abilities and shit, so nice. It just says she's a 5-star. It doesn't say what she is though, but she uses lightning, which makes me think she's a light character of some kind. Hopefully she's not. Hopefully she's not an attack. Like, I can't roll on an attacker because I got fucking ultimate Madoka. Fuck, it probably won't roll on a breaker either, because the Madoka from Forever Ago is like one of the best breakers in the game. She's like super broken. I don't know. She's cool. A paid Magica stones only step fate weave limited to 1 cycle. After drawing on step 3, you get a 5-star Kyoku guaranteed Magia key for a fate weave draw where Light of Reckoning Kanagi Izumi is guaranteed to appear. So you can get a guarantee after 30 draws? But you have to pay for it though. If you do 30 draws worth of paid draws, they're also discounted though. It's 7,000 Magia stones. And you're guaranteed to get the character. That's not too bad actually. But I mean, that's still gonna be like what, fucking like 20 bucks for a 10. Yeah, it's still like $60 for a fucking video game character. Stupid as hell in my opinion. Thank you, Trippy. Anyway, there's not much feedback going on this topic. Yes, people in the West are just not that excited about this movie. The excitement will build because it's Kyoani. People will understand soon enough. I've been thinking about that fucking pre-cure though, because I keep seeing clips of it. It looks pretty good. Never watched a pre-cure though. Oh yeah, there was that fucking Nekopara game. That's been out for almost a month now and it still sucks. Probably uninstall soon enough. I got all the cats though. It took me forever to get vanilla, but I got them all. But the gameplay is garbage, honestly. It's one of them AFK games. If it was on the PC, it probably wouldn't be too bad because you just slap it on the other monitor and just let it do its thing. But on a phone, it takes up your whole screen and those your batteries. All right, I'm gonna go. Guess I'll go lay down. That was exciting. Hopefully we'll get Maid Dragon season 3 announcement soon though. Or something. I don't know. I want more TV shows. We got the other one coming out next month though. We'll see how that's good. Yeah, guys, some other day. What am I doing this week? I feel like I had something going on this week. I don't remember. Can't think of anything.